Right, guys, welcome to the video. And as you all know, I had my sister-in-laws round the other day. I was in the middle of doing a YouTube video, and they all consented on the house. They're all off to my sister-in-law's caravan, Shelley, and her other sisters, going for a weekend away. I'm getting, well, I thought I was getting a bit of peace. But as they see me saws out, they thought, between the lot of them, that they'd put me to good use over the weekend while they were all sort of like partying away somewhere on the East Coast in a caravan park somewhere. You know what I mean? So me and Stanley, we're on our Jack Jones, and I'm just making this for my sister-in-law. This is one of 3 projects. Yes, you heard that right. One of 3 projects I've been tasked with. So I thought I'd use a bit of this leftover 8x1, and some of it's all from 8x1. I will put sort of sizes up for you, and some bits of scrap wood, but it's all come from the same wood. Just a bit left over from one of my previous projects. So the project in question is the first one for her anyway, is a key rack. She wants it for her hallway entryway as she goes in. But she wants the key rack, but she wants it like so you can sort of like put letters down, maybe a little bit of a decoration on there, something like that, just to liven the spot up where it's going. So I've just playing around with a few ideas in my head. There's hundreds and hundreds of different key rack designs out there. Some modern, some traditional, some super easy. This is really easy, but it's just, I've just put my little spin on it, my little mark on it. So just setting up my table saw here, just to get my cuts right. Just making sure all the wood's right. Nice and simple. Yeah, if you've got your saws out and your family come round, you're in trouble, aren't you? You are in trouble. It's the same like me van. You guys in the States call it truck. You got one of them, you know, you're forever in demand. So just raising the blade here, just past this here, just to get me heights right. I've got some real good projects coming up. I'm meant to have 2 of them out by now, but just because of how the video and filming process have gone, they're all in like a different bit of an order, if that makes sense to you. So this was a quick sort of project. I thought I'd throw this in because this is a good sort of beginner's project. It's good for them little spaces in your house, what you want to, like an hallway. What do you put in an hallway apart from your coats and that? You know, and key racks and keys is always, you always need to put at least you know where you're putting your keys. I don't like the thought of them key trays and things. Now, some of the projects I've got coming up are a pallet wood project. I'll try and get that out on my next video. That is, it's all pallet wood, and it's like a rack cum shelf system that's all adjustable. And then I've got another project which is another shelf system, but that's adjustable but in a different way with a bit more of a modern twist on it, which will be getting used in our bathroom. So look out for them 2 projects because they'll be coming up soon. So I'm just chopping everything down here, making sure everything's right. You'll see loads of marks on the little sled there. I just put in marks. I could use a stop block and a clamp. I should do really, but I just write on there. I am going to be upgrading this table sled to something that's a bit better. But saying that, I always think sometimes when something's really basic, it's better. More basic, the better. There's less can go wrong. Half the time you don't use all the features and these all singing, all dancing kind of things, do you? People might disagree with me there, but you could have, on that sled, I could have hold down clamps, I could have this, I could have that on it, you know, flip stops. And do I really need all that? Not really, no. But I am going to make another one, something a little bit better than this, but I'm not going to go overboard with it, and that'll be another project. You can see there, I'm just lining it up with a pencil mark, and it's just good enough. So here's all the wood bits cut. So the dowel there I'm using is beech dowel, which I bought off Amazon, which should have been sort of 10mm. It's not, it's 9mm. And here's my new router table. You seen on the previous video where I got it out the box and everything. And honestly, it is a game-changing piece of equipment, this. Out of all my tools I've bought over the last sort of 12 months doing these YouTube videos, I think this is the one I'm really the most pleased about. Apart from my Max C sander, I think this is it's like it's the dog's bollocks. That's a good thing. I'm still getting used to it. I've still got a bit of fine tuning to do with it. I'm going gingerly through there just to make sure I'm not going to put myself in any danger. So let me know what you think. Yeah, I love it. I think it's good. I've just got to hook up some dust extraction to it. So now I'm going on to all the marking out. There's quite a bit of marking out on this, to be honest. But again, like I've said in previous videos, if you're a new woodworker just coming into it, it's a novice, or you're a beginner, and you're marking out, just take your time. Like you can see there, just scribble something out because I made a mistake. So just taking your time, marking out and getting them spot on makes a massive difference to your work. I'm fancying doing something a bit elaborate at some point. I've got some hardwood in there. It's like, have you ever heard of the saying, burning a hole in your pocket when you've got money in your pocket, and it's burning a hole in your pocket, you need to spend it? Well, I've got some walnut, maple and zebrano I got off Facebook Marketplace, and I'm going to make a box, but a really smart box with it. Whether it goes wrong, it goes. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. But I'm going to try it. So other things I've been tasked to make is a indoor plant holder. I've been tasked to make 2 bar stool chairs, and this was all in the space of like 10 minutes. They were, I'm out here, and they were all in there in the house having coffee, having a conflab of what I'm making, and no discussion with me, just getting the list together and whatever, and there you go. Lucky I like them, isn't it, really? Lucky I like them, that's all I'll say. So another good trick I picked up here is when you're marking out using the sides of the wood, the thicknesses. I'm just doing this here just so I'm going to drill some holes coming through the back of that board. So I just want to get into the centre of these marks. I want to get in the centres there. So now I know exactly how thick my board is. At one point I was measuring the thickness of the board, then sort of putting that down, where in a comment somebody just put the board down. And it was such a simple, practical thing. And I don't know why it was overlooked. I've no idea. So again, I'm still doing my marking out, making sure everything's right. I just really did take my time with it. So again, marking it out. I'm trying not to confuse myself with bits of wood all over. Everybody gets confused, don't they, when doing things like this. So now I'll go in the centre of them marks, and I'm just coming in sort of 2.5 centimetres from either end, just to get me the holes in the right positions. Even though you won't see them, they'll be on the back of the board. I still want them right and looking right. I'm making this as though if I was going to sell it. And I know I'm joking about my sister-in-law and everything, but she's going to be putting this in her house. Her friends are going to see it, that kind of thing. So just good practice to get things right. Now, I got these bits. I forget where I got them from. I think I got them from these from Banggood as well, paid for, and they're really good. I thought this is the first time I broke my other ones, and I forgot I actually had these, and I picked them up. This is the first time I used them, and honestly, the cutter bit there for the countersink is really good. Yeah, overly impressed. The bit itself's nice and sharp. The cutter bit is really sharp. If I get time to put links down, I will do. But I'm sure I got them off Banggood. I'm sure I did. And I think they were like £7 for a pack of 5, all different sizes. Now I can't work out what size is what, if I'm perfectly honest with you. But they work really well. So I'm just going over everything with a 180 grit sandpaper. There's not much to this, but it was just a lot of steps, a lot of different steps. Sometimes you'll get a project and you think, oh, I can't knock that up in an hour. And it just doesn't sort of work like that. Not when you want to put a bit of effort into it. And, you know, you're building something straight from scratch. You know, I'm not building it from a plan or anything. He's really camera shy, Stanley, lately. He's had his hair cut, look. She's left him like a bit on his tail. He looks a bit crazy. It doesn't suit him. Here she is. Now she's back from the caravan at this point. Staining it. This spirit-based stain is really good stuff. Morels. I don't think you guys in the States can get this, but it's worth having a check. So I know I'm putting glue on here. I weren't going to put glue on. Shelley stained it, and I know that. But it was just to tack it together. And I thought, you know what, why not put a bit of glue on it? If it helps, it helps. If it helps it more secure, so be it. And I'm just making sure this bit's really square. So as the first screw goes in, it moves on me. And that's not quite right. So I do take that out and start again. Just taking it back out. So I'm back in again, making sure everything's nice and square. Like I say, just take your time, get a little square, and make sure it's all looking right, nice and neat. One of the biggest things I've learned over the last sort of, I don't know, year since been doing this YouTube channel is patience, taking my time. It's been good for that. One of my downfalls is I'd rush everything, rush, a million miles an hour, and it's, I mean, doing this and learning the right way and listening to other people as well. That's myself listening to other people, like via the comments and stuff. Has been really good, been really refreshing. So this was a bit tricky. When I was putting these dowels in and I was trying to level them all up, I found this bit a little bit tricky. Now I drilled them on the drill press. My drill press is bang on straight. I don't know if it was something I was doing or not, but I did get them right in the end. They're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but they're okay. I'm just tapping them home. A bit of more glue. Totally unnecessary again. I don't know why I'm adding it there, to be honest. Because it gets sort of like 4 screws coming in from the back. I'm just putting it online and everything up, doing it by eyeball, and I do get the ruler just to make sure that that's sitting sort of level and true at the top, because that bit there is going to be the top section. You'll see how it goes in a minute when I you know, I do pin it to my board, and you sort of see it at the end finished. I'm just moving it round nice and easy, just checking everything. Now I'm just going in with the screws. The screws I'm using for this build are 35mm torque screws. They don't have to be torque screws. This is an indoor project, so if you're using glue, you don't have to use outdoor glue or anything. But you could sort of customise this, put some numbers on it, make it sort of an outside feature. Maybe not a key rack with the things, but you could sort of use it for something outside, couldn't you? I'm just tidying it all up here now, just giving it a bit of, just a little bit of rustic, should I say. My sister-in-law picked this colour as well. And here's it's finished. Little shelf at the bottom. Now she wanted the holes, the way the mounting holes there. It could be mounted with French cleats. It could be mounted with a key slot. But she wanted holes for whatever reason. So there it is, sort of like with a few keys on it, a bit of decoration. You could put a letter there. You could customise this to your sort of spec. It was just something off the top of my head that I did. So I would change a few things if I was building it again. But probably a really good seller if you wanted to build them and sell them. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.